Good morning. So now I'm going to ask you some questions about yourself. So let's talk about robots. Are robots important?
Yeah, I guess robots are really important since you can see in every sector is increasing day by day with the help of technology. So robot is a good thing for do it to make it in more extent, make it more improve to get more improvement. So I guess robots are really important.
So do robots affect people's lives?
I guess they affect in some points, such as we can see the help of robots in some sectors of our life, such as we can see the help of robots in our day-to-day life, such as in some industries we can see robots, and but it's not that much available in our world, but soon it will be so much available.
Okay, so have you ever watched a movie which was related to a robot?
Yeah, I saw some movies which was related. I really like robotics, and the topics and the principles about robotics. So I have watched some of movies. The names are Machinica, and then another one's The Future Robot. So these are the movies which are really breathtaking actions and the scenes and the future of robotics. So I really enjoyed these movies.
So what can robots do for you at your home?
Robots, we can get so many help from robots in our household work, such as there is a robot who works as a vacuum cleaner, and another robot which helps us in our day-to-day life in our household works, maybe planting or weeding our trees or plants. And there are so many different robots which helps in our day-to-day life.
Now let's move on. Gift. Have you ever sent handmade gift?
No, I haven't sent any handmade gifts, but I'd like to send a handmade gift to someone. Handmade gifts are not that much available in our country. Maybe we can see some handmade clothing, handmade things, which are really good for gifts in those rural parts. They are usually made handmade things.
So have you ever received a great gift?
Yeah, I have received a great gift. It was an laptop. One of my uncles gave me this gift, and at that time I really wanted a laptop, and this gift was a really good thing for me because I was really needed it, and the laptop was pretty good, and it has so many functions. So I really feel blessed to have a laptop, to get a laptop like this.
So what do you consider when choosing a gift?
I always try to consider people's mind or people's preference, what kinds of things they like, what are their hobbies, and what are their like, what thing what thing interests them. So I always try to prefer or consider this kind of things while buying or choosing a gift.
So are you good at choosing gifts?
I would say I'm not that much good, but I always try to be or try to purchase a good gift for someone by considering their preference, as I said before. I always try to be a good gift buyer, but I don't know am I good or not.
So now let's talk about geography. So how do you like geography?
Uh, yeah, I like geography because through geography we can see or we can learn about our physical landscape and our so many uh, locations which we haven't seen yet. And when we are doing any sort of research, geography is really important at that time.
Do you think geography is useful?
Yeah, geography is useful at some point. Like in some, as I said before, in some research, we need geography and exploring a new location and uh, exploring some important or some significant or historical locations. Geography at that point is really important.
So have you ever learned geography?
Yeah, I learned geography in my school. Our and I didn't like that much learning about geography, but I like exploring geography. So in my school, I learned about geography.
So do you want to be a geography teacher?
No, I don't want to be a geography teacher. I don't want it as my profession, but I would like to be a geography explorer or geography. I want to do some research in geography by traveling or by reading books or something like that. But I don't want to be a teacher.
Thank you. Now I'm going to give you topics and I would like you to talk about 1 to 2 minutes. You have 1 minute to think about what you are going to say. If you want, you can take notes. This is your first answer. And your question describe a subject that you would like to learn in the future. Your time starts from now. Thank you. Now you have 1 to 2 minutes for this topic, so don't worry if I stop you. I will let you know when the time's up. You start speaking right now.
There were a lot of subjects which really interest me, such as quantum physics or of nuclear physics and astrophysics, and and then machine learning. But among all of them, I really like the artificial intelligence the most. I mean the AI, because there are so many reasons behind choosing this as my favorite subject, or I'd like to study about it. Because we can see the AI is uh, taking over, taking control over all of the sectors, and AI is getting out of hand because we can see the improvement in every sector. And then, and if I talk about some sort of works which used to take 1 or 2 hours, sometimes 4 or 5 hours, but now we can see it takes only few seconds. And another thing I have learned and studied about AI in from one of my personal teacher or my one of my personal one of my some of my friends who are really interested in AI. We had a local meeting and local workshop to engage with ourselves about this, to study or discuss about AI. And there are some online courses such as Coursera and edX, which who provides some AI online AI courses, and which are really good course, I guess. And then there uh, and then learning AI is really important for the youngsters, I guess, because in future we can see in every sector is considered by or used by AI, because AI is like taking over all of the controls over every sector. And then AI learning is a little bit challenging because you have to learn about mathematics and problem solving skill. At the same time, you have to know about coding. So uh, all together, I guess it's a little bit challenging, but consistency is the key. If someone have got the consistency, then he will able to conquer it.
Thank you. Could I have the paper and pencil? Well, you have been talking your favorite subject that you would love to learn. Now I am going to ask you some questions related to this topic. So what are the differences between online learning and
There are so many differences. And online learning, there are so many students who gets easily distracted by their phone, or when he or she is learning from online, maybe he got a notification from any of his social media sites, then he gets distracted, and some of the time watching or having it or watching a class or some lectures for a long time in a device or in a screen is not that much. Some people, some students who can't keep on their focus or concentration time and that at that much time. But there are some people who are really good at online classes or online studies, but most of the students prefer offline learning, because on offline learning you can experience or you can talk to a teacher physically in front of your in face to face. You can talk with your teacher, and it is a like lively connection. So I guess I most of the students along I prefer offline learning.
So, do you prefer to study alone or with a group of students?
I prefer studying alone because whenever I'm studying with my some of my friends or we're studying in a group, then the thing we do is gossiping or going in talking about in another topic or doing everything without studying. So these are the main reason I prefer uh, self-study rather than group study. Self-study are a really good thing because when you're studying by yourself, you are studying without any distraction, or you are really studying whatever you want, whatever you need. So I prefer self-study.
So, what are the advantages and disadvantages of group studies?
There are plenty of advantages and disadvantages, but the common disadvantage is the way about group study is you will get distracted or you will talk with another topic with your friends. But the main advantage is whenever you are talking or studying with your friend or with a group, you can learn something by discussing in a group or and by sharing your personal thoughts or teaching one of your friend about a certain topic which you have. So by teaching someone or in studying or discussing in a group will really help you to improve your teaching level, or at the same time your like analyzing level about the topic.
So, what subject do most young people of your country like?
Most younger people in my country prefer, I guess, math or English, because English is an international language, and they think that if they study English, it would be really helpful for them in job sectors. Because in job or in universities, everything you have to study about in English. So most of the people or most of the students or the youngsters in my country prefer English the most.
So, what do you think about face-to-face learning with the teachers?
I think face-to-face learning is the best way to learn something, because when you are talking or when you are attending a class with your teacher face-to-face, you are lively connected with the teacher and you can share your opinion or question to your teacher, and then everything you are doing is physical and it's really lively than online classes. So I guess these are the really important thing about face-to-face teaching methods.
Thank you. That is the end of your speaking test.
Bilingual Learning Center, BLC, Bogura.